Semantic search is the new player in the search game. It's the cool, intuitive one who actually gets what you're asking for. It's a search engine's new way of understanding users' intent and the context behind their searches, transcending the limitations of just matching keywords like some robotic Excel spreadsheet. This new search, semantic search, is powered by vector databases, a technology that allows search engines to understand the meaning behind words and phrases. Your searchers will be less constrained by trying to hit specific keywords. Instead, you can just say what you mean. So we'll search Thai restaurants near me open now less, and we'll search where should I go for lunch more. Just that low-value example shows you how searches will fundamentally change, and it begins to shatter the current SEO paradigm of keyword-first content. And guess what? The big players, Microsoft and Google among them, are already all over this. They're pouring resources into both semantic search and the underlying vector databases. Just this week, the CEO of Microsoft unveiled Recall, a semantic search engine, and vector databases exploded onto the scene last year, and their functionality is already supported in every Google Cloud database as of February this year. That's breathtaking speed, and the pace of change is unlikely to let up, because these changes are also an engine for AI advancements broadly. Vector databases are game-changing for SEO because they allow search engines to understand content relevance like never before. No longer will they have to rely on just keyword matching when delivering content. At their core, vector databases find hidden connections and patterns in data. They do this by mapping out concepts, topics, entities, etc. on a multi-dimensional graph. Each piece of data, whether it's text, images, or sound, gets converted into a vector, a fancy term for a data point, with multiple attributes or dimensions. This conversion process is called embedding. For example, let's embed a blog post into a vector database using 3 key dimensions: topic, target audience, and content format. The vector or data point for that blog post might look like 27.5 and then 41.3 and then 92.7, where each number represents how strongly it maps to each of those 3 dimensions. The magic happens when you map out many data points, posts, products, whatever, in this high-dimensional vector space. Similar concepts naturally cluster together based on their vector values. So in the vector space, that blog post vector would be plotted near other data points covering similar topics, aimed at similar audiences and in similar formats, even if they use totally different wording. Cute European village could start showing up in searches about adorable towns in the old world. So this allows vector databases to understand relevance in a profound way. They can retrieve highly relevant results for queries based on conceptual similarities, rather than just basic keyword matching. With semantic search driven by vector databases, the actual keywords used become less important than capturing the underlying conceptual relevance. This theoretically allows newer, more comprehensively relevant content to bypass and outrank entrenched competition that's heavily keyword optimized, but semantically thin or stale. With this new technology, the advantage shifts from keyword density to topical authority and superior conceptual mapping in this abstract graph. Optimizing for actual semantic relevance, actually being helpful rather than specific keywords, is the paradigm shift SEO professionals have to make. The old way of creating content was very narrow, writing disconnected articles hyper-focused on hitting specific high-volume keywords and phrases. There was little thought given to comprehensive topic coverage that included semantically related terms and concepts outside of those literally targeted keywords. But semantic search powered by vector databases is demanding a completely reinvented approach. Instead of siloed, keyword-optimized posts, you now need to create rich, broad clusters of content assets that thoroughly explore your topic area through multiple complementary angles and perspectives. The reason? Because each of those different angles and viewpoints has an opportunity to get retrieved and rank, because the vector database is going to store them in a similar place, since they're conceptually similar. For example, if you're targeting the topic of sustainable gardening, just publishing a handful of straightforward articles targeting that exact phrase isn't going to be enough. To truly map and own that conceptual territory and vector space, you need to build out a comprehensive multimedia information hub covering beginner guides to sustainable gardening practices, detailed how-tos on techniques like composting, product showcases for eco-friendly gardening supplies, inspirational visual galleries of sustainable garden designs, educational deep dives into the benefits and core concepts. This is what vector databases are naturally going to prefer because of their structure. Vector databases and semantic search will want to see content that is comprehensive, interconnected, and multidimensional in terms of perspectives, allowing users to fully grasp and explore sustainable gardening from every relevant angle. You'd naturally incorporate plenty of related terms like eco-friendly, zero waste, organic, etc. throughout this content hub as well. The new semantic search algorithms understand conceptual relationships beyond just the phrase sustainable gardening, and all that other content will rank as well. The more thoroughly and intentionally you map out a topic area with rich, semantically relevant content, the better that content should rank in vector search. It's about definitively owning the entire meaning and nuances behind a subject through depth and breadth of coverage rather than simplistic keyword matching. Think of your website as a bustling medical clinic. You wouldn't just lump all your patients and information into one waiting room, right? You'd strategically organize spaces based on their needs. A triage area for urgent concerns, exam rooms for consultations, and a resource center for educational materials. The same logic applies to creating content for search engines that use semantic search. You need to design your website's sections and areas based on the different goals users have when they search in your niche. Let's say you're a healthcare provider specializing in cardiology. Some folks are just seeking basic information, asking questions like, what are the symptoms of a heart attack? For them, you'd curate a section full of educational resources, answering those questions and explaining key terms. Others are ready to take action, searching for best cardiologist in my area or heart health checkup. That calls for a dedicated section with doctor profiles, appointment scheduling tools, and information about available services. And of course, some are dealing with an urgent situation, typing in chest pain help or emergency heart care. This group needs immediate access to contact information, directions to the nearest ER, and resources for managing a crisis. So it's clear in the world of semantic search, understanding user intent is the key to unlocking higher search rankings and building trust with your audience. To do this, you need to put yourself in your patient's shoes and analyze their behavior. Start by paying close attention to the search engine queries people are using to find your website. Are they asking questions like, what are the symptoms of a heart attack? Or how to lower blood pressure naturally? These informational queries dictate a desire for knowledge and understanding. On the other hand, phrases like best cardiologist near me or schedule a heart health checkup suggest a transactional intent, where the user is ready to take action and potentially become a patient. But it's not just about the words they use, it's also about how they interact with your content. Study engagement metrics like bounce rates and click-through rates to gauge whether your content is meeting their needs. A high bounce rate might signal a mismatch between content and intent, while a high click-through rate on contact pages should indicate a desire for immediate assistance. To gain even deeper insights, embrace the power of AI. AI-powered tools can analyze vast amounts of search data, uncovering subtle patterns and nuances in user behavior that you might miss. This can help you refine your content strategy and deliver the right information at the right time. By truly understanding the diverse motivations behind user searches, you can tailor your content to meet those needs, creating a seamless and satisfying user experience. This not only improves user engagement, but also signals to search engines that your website is a valuable resource for health information. Remember, in the era of semantic search, it's not just about keywords anymore. It's about understanding what your audience is really looking for and providing the answers they need. This is the key to building a successful online presence and establishing yourself as a trusted authority. If you're excited about the potential of semantic search and want to learn how to build your own AI-powered applications, I highly recommend checking out my courses in the link below. I cover everything from an introduction to LangChain and generative AI to advanced ChatGPT techniques and professional Python tips. You can find all my courses on my website, aiwithaustin.com.